You load up the bar. 2 plates on each side. Maybe 2.5 if you're feeling dangerous. You unrack, lower it to your chest, and grind through 8 reps. You walk away feeling like a king. Then you look in the mirror. Your chest is still flat, your shoulders are round, and your triceps look better than anything on your front side. What is going on? Let me fix it for you. Here's the truth they don't teach you in YouTube comment sections. The bench press is not a chest exercise, not the way most people do it. It's a shoulder and triceps exercise that sometimes invites your chest to the party if it feels like it. And most of the time, your chest doesn't feel like it. So you keep benching, keep adding weight, and keep wondering why your pecs look like 2 deflated balloons. Let me break down the anatomy so you actually understand what's happening. Your pectoralis major has 2 main jobs. 1. Bring your arm across your body. 2. Rotate your arm inward. When you bench press with a barbell, your hands are fixed in one position. You can't bring them together. You can't cross your arms. All you can do is push the bar up and down. That motion is mostly shoulder flexion and elbow extension. Front delts love shoulder flexion. Triceps love elbow extension. Your chest? It gets a little stretch at the bottom and a little squeeze if you're lucky. But it's not the star of the show, it's a background actor. Now compare that to a dumbbell fly. Your arms start wide and come together across your body. That's horizontal adduction. That's your chest's main event. Or a cable crossover where you can cross your hands past each other. That's a chest movement. The bench press, especially a flat barbell bench press, is a pressing movement that happens to involve your chest. It's not a chest isolation movement, and if you treat it like one, you will be disappointed. So what's the fix? You don't need to quit bench pressing forever. You just need to stop making it the only thing you do, and you need to fix your form so your chest actually contributes. Fix number 1. Widen your grip, but not too wide. A narrow grip hits triceps. A medium grip hits chest and triceps. A wide grip can hit chest better, but go too wide and you wreck your shoulders. Here's the sweet spot. When you're at the bottom of the rep, your forearm should be vertical or slightly angled out. Your pinky should be about at the ring on a standard power bar. That width puts your chest in a better mechanical position. Test it. Do 5 reps with your normal grip. Then move your hands out 2 inches wider on each side. Feel the difference? That's your chest waking up. Fix number 2. Stop bouncing the bar off your chest. Bouncing uses momentum. Momentum is the enemy of muscle tension. When you bounce, your sternum takes the impact, your shoulders absorb the shock, and your chest does nothing. Instead, lower the bar under control. Take 2 full seconds to bring it down. Pause for a second on your chest. Not a bounce, a dead stop, then press. That 1-second pause kills momentum and forces your chest to actually drive the weight. Your numbers will drop, your chest will grow. Pick your priority. Fix number 3. Arch your back, but not like a powerlifter. Powerlifters arch to shorten the range of motion so they can lift more weight. That's smart for competition, dumb for chest growth. A huge arch turns the bench press into a decline press and takes tension off your upper chest. So here's your middle ground. Keep a natural arch, just enough to protect your lower back and keep your shoulder blades tucked. Your lower back should have a small gap, not enough to park a car. Your butt stays on the bench. And your shoulder blades stay squeezed together like you're holding a $100 bill between them. That tuck keeps your shoulders safe and your chest in the driver's seat. Fix number 4. Stop letting your elbows flare. Elbows at 90 degrees to your body, that's a front delt destroyer. Elbows tucked at 45 degrees, that's a chest builder. Tucking your elbows keeps your shoulders in a safer position and shifts more work to your pectorals. It also shortens the range of motion slightly, which allows you to use more weight with better chest activation. Watch any bodybuilder bench. Their elbows are tucked. Watch a powerlifter. Their elbows flare because they're trying to involve their stronger front delts. You're not a powerlifter. Tuck your elbows. Now let's talk about the exercises you should be doing instead of just benching. The chest-building trinity. Number 1. Incline dumbbell press. This is the king of upper chest development. Why? Because the angle shifts the tension to the clavicular head of your pecs, the part that makes your chest look full and strong. Set the bench to 30 degrees, not 45, not 60, 30. Any higher and your front delts take over. Lower dumbbells slowly, keep your elbows tucked, and press with a slight arc towards your chin. 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Control the negative. Squeeze at the top. Number 2. Dumbbell fly on a flat or slight incline. This is the pure chest movement. No triceps, no shoulders, just pec contraction. But most people do it wrong. They use too much weight and turn it into a terrible press. Lighten up. Seriously. Use a weight you can control for 15 clean reps. Keep a soft bend in your elbows. That bend never changes throughout the movement. Open your arms wide like you're hugging a tree. Then bring them together like you're crushing that tree into sawdust. Squeeze at the top for a full second. 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Your chest will feel like it ran a marathon. Number 3. Cable crossover from the high pulley. This hits the lower and outer chest. Set the pulleys above your head. Grab the handles, step forward, and lean slightly into the movement. Keep your elbows slightly bent. Bring your hands down and together in front of your waist. Not your chest, your waist. At the bottom, cross your hands past each other. That extra cross range is what really contracts the pec. Squeeze hard, then slowly return. 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. The secret weapon, dips. Dips are the squat of the upper body. They build lower chest thickness like nothing else. But again, form matters. Lean your torso forward slightly. Keep your elbows tucked. Lower yourself until your shoulders feel a stretch, but not pain. Push up explosively. If body weight dips are too easy, add weight with a belt or a dumbbell between your feet. If they're too hard, use an assisted dip machine or resistance bands. 3 sets to failure. Do these after your pressing movements, not before. Your shoulders will thank you. Putting it all together, your new chest workout. Do this once every 5 days, twice a week if you recover well. But don't do it 2 days in a row. Your chest needs time to repair. Warm up, arm circles, cat-cow stretches, and 20 light band pull-aparts to wake up your shoulders. Then 15 push-ups with a 2-second squeeze at the top. Exercise 1. Incline dumbbell press. 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Rest 90 seconds. Exercise 2. Flat dumbbell fly. 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Rest 60 seconds. Exercise 3. Cable crossover, high pulley. 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Rest 60 seconds. Exercise 4. Dips. 3 sets to failure. Rest 90 seconds. Finisher. Push-ups. 1 set to absolute failure. Then drop to your knees and do 5 more. Then hold the bottom position for 10 seconds. Now your chest is done. Notice what's missing. No barbell bench press. Not because it's bad, because you've been relying on it for years and it hasn't worked. Take 4 weeks off from flat barbell benching. Do this routine instead. Then go back to bench pressing with your new form, your new warm-up, and your new understanding of what chest training actually looks like. Your numbers might drop at first. Your chest will look better. That's the trade. Take it. One more thing. Mind-muscle connection is real. You cannot just go through the motions. You have to actually feel your chest working. On every rep of every set, think about your pec. Not the weight, not the rep count, not the guy next to you. Your pec. Imagine it stretching on the way down. Imagine it contracting on the way up. If you feel it in your shoulders or triceps, adjust, change your grip, change your elbow angle, change your arch. Find the position where your chest screams. That's your position. That's your form. And stop rushing. The eccentric part of the rep, the lowering phase, is where the muscle damage happens. That damage is what triggers growth. So slow down. Take 2 to 3 seconds to lower every rep. That alone will double your chest activation without adding any weight. The nutrition piece, you can do every exercise perfectly. If you're not eating enough, your chest won't grow. You need a calorie surplus, not a huge one. 200 to 300 calories above maintenance, and you need protein. 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight, spread across 4 or 5 meals. If you're not gaining weight on the scale each week, eat more. If you're gaining too fast, eat slightly less. Track your food for 2 weeks. You'll probably realize you're eating way less than you thought. The recovery piece. Chest muscles are relatively small. They recover faster than legs or back, but they still need rest. If you're doing this workout on Monday and your chest still feels sore and tight on Wednesday, don't train it again on Wednesday. Wait until Thursday or Friday. Overtraining a muscle doesn't make it grow faster. It makes it stop growing. Listen to your body. More is not always better. Smarter is better. The 4-week challenge? Here's your assignment. Run this exact program for 4 weeks. No cheating, no adding barbell bench back in. No ego lifting on dumbbell flies. Just controlled, slow, squeeze-focused training. Take a picture of your chest today. Take another picture in 4 weeks. Compare them. I'm not saying you'll look like a bodybuilder, but you will see a difference. Your chest will look fuller. The upper part will pop more, and the next time you do bench press, you'll actually feel it in your pecs for the first time in years. Stop chasing numbers on a barbell. Start chasing contraction. Your chest doesn't know how much weight is on the bar. It only knows tension, stretch, and fatigue. Give it those 3 things, and it will grow. Keep benching like a powerlifter, and it will stay flat forever. The choice is yours. Now go build a chest that actually looks like you train it.